My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind: to inspire you to get outdoors. Welcome to Infantry Outdoors.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Infantry Outdoors. Yours truly, your favorite blind guy, I'm the Infantry, back at it again. And today I'm doing a very special program for all of my first time turkey hunters and turkey callers out there. But before we get started, let me take a moment to acknowledge the folks that keep us going, our sponsors. Silver Connections Group. If you're looking for websites, multimedia help, anything to do in that department, let my friends at Silver Connections help you out with that. Water purification products, pure water at your fingertips. Look no further. From service to installations, products, and so much more. Contact them today at waterpurificationproducts.com. And put a little mayhem in your media with Mayhem Studios. Let the guys at Mayhem Studios help you out with all of your logo designs, all of your intros, outros, and so much more. Check them out today at Mayhem Studios, linked down below, or email them at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. So, like I said, guys, as a first-time turkey hunter, I've had to do a lot of homework, had to try a lot of things, and I wanted today to show you what I've learned and how I've learned to use a box call. But first, let's get started with the box call that we have and talk about some of the things about the box call itself, purposes of it, how it's built, how it's made. Okay, so here we have my Strut Commander turkey call. If you guys haven't seen the pack that I bought for this spring, I'll link it up here in the card for you to check out. The whole pack comes together with a box call, 2 mouth calls, and a predator call. And as you guys can see, I have a band wrapped around it. This is basically a hair tie I stole from my wife, and the reason for it is when you're walking around or it's in your pouch, in your vest, it doesn't make any noise. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. And essentially what a box call is a box, as you can see here, okay, with a lid that has one screw. And there's a gap between the screw and the lid. So when we open our box all the way, you'll see the box inside. That's to make the tones. When we look at our paddle or our top for the box, it is actually beveled. And it's beveled like that for a reason. We're going to get into those reasons here as we start doing our calls, but you can also see it's colored in blue. The reason for that is when you have a box call, it is a friction style call based upon movement. Now, if you were to just rub 2 pieces of wood together, it really wouldn't do much. But by adding the chalk, it adds friction to the wood, which also generates our scratchy call tones. Another thing that you'll find is you'll notice that this box is all made in one style of wood. Some better box calls, the more expensive ones, will have a piece of wood on this side and a different type of wood on this side. The reason for that being is each type of wood that you use in a box call will generate a different tone. So a pine will generate a different tone from a hickory, from a maple, from a cedar, from, you get the point on that. So a 2-tone box call will have a piece here and a different type of hardwood on this side so that you can activate multiple tones as you're calling. Now the screw on the top is there so that you can lift the call. Again, these are friction calls. It is based upon friction. Now, the first thing a lot of, even myself, new callers get into is you're rough. You don't need to be rough. This is a friction-based call, and each tone and everything that you do is going to be based upon the amount of friction that you're applying on the box. I mean, it's very simple to use. Like, I can hold it and probably get it to make a turkey sound. You see what I mean? It's so simple. Just by moving it, it makes noise. And that's why we have the band around it when we're walking, because if you're in the woods and you're making a lot of noise. So put a band around it. So there's your basics on your box call. Going into the lid, like I said, you're going to want to chalk your lid, as I've done here. What I have here is basically, you can buy specific chalk made for box calls, or you can steal some from your kids, which is what I do, or you can use snapline chalk, powder chalk, and you're just going to color your paddle with the chalk, and you're only going to color the paddle. Do not color the box. Okay, all covered. Now again, what the chalk is going to do is going to create our friction on the wood, which is going to make the turkey sounds. Now, you don't have to do this. I keep this just wrapped up in a piece of parchment paper or wax paper, just so when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't turn your pockets blue or red or orange or green or whatever color. That's the other nice thing. When you do this, you can decide what color you make your box call. In my case, it's blue. All right, so let's get into the basics of calling. Again, it's a friction call, so you know, our paddle is loose for a reason. I hold it with my left hand and I use the paddle with my right hand. Now there's two different directions that we can go. We can go this way or we can go this way. For me, each way, now there's not two tones on this box, but for each direction I go, I can make a different style of noise. And I encourage you that if you can't get a really expensive call, just get a call and start learning how to call. That's the biggest thing. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is come out here. This is what I do, left hand, right hand. Okay, if you're opposite, it would be the opposite. And you're just going to slide it. Don't put any pressure, just hold the handle, put your thumb and slide. And you'll see, there's your noise. Barely any pressure at all. A little bit of pressure is all it takes. Now go the other way. Nice, slow, it's like a cry, right? So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to add a little bit more pressure and we're going to add a rhythm to it. Turkeys call, if you ever listen to a turkey call in wild, you'll hear that it's always in 3s, 4s, 5s, 6 calls at a time before they repeat the process again. And us as hunters, we need to be able to listen to the calls, listen to the animal, especially if we're trying to duplicate the sound that the animal is making. So this general is good, but we want to add more to it because turkeys, you hear that upward yelp, that's what we want, okay? But we also want to add like a chirp almost, or a cluck at the very beginning. So how do we add a cluck? Again, I'm only using a slight bit of pressure. And there you go. The more pressure that you put, the more you're going to bring the sound up. So again, mimicking the tone of the turkey is the most important part. And getting yourself a call, any call, and just playing and practicing will make the world of difference. And listening to what's in your environment. How are your turkeys calling? Do you notice that more turkeys call in 3s, 4s, 5s, 6? And when I say that, that means the repetition of calls and again, you wait to hear a response. So paying attention to the turkeys in your environment, especially as a first-time turkey hunter, is very important. Also, watch videos, listen to sounds, watch turkey callers. How do they do it? What sounds do you notice? Do you notice the... or do you notice more of a... Again, it's all going to determine on what you're doing. Now, I am not a pro in any means. These are just things that I have learned here in my first year using a box call. Also with a box call, it is by far the oldest and probably one of the best beginning ways to call a turkey. Again, as you've seen, you can basically pick it up and it'll make noise by itself. You know. If you're getting children into turkey hunting and you want to get them into calling, this is a great way. So the benefits of a box call are that it's very easy to use. It's pick it up and play. It's make a call on your first try, right? Been around forever. They're very easy to get a hold of. You could even make your own. I mean, again, it's not really that hard. The hardest part would be is beveling out your lid so that it's not flat. You know, that you have like a rounded paddle style lid. Putting the one screw with yourself a spacer in between so that you're able to do and move things. That's another benefit. It's not really hard. This is probably like 25 cents worth of wood. But again, having two different types of wood is what makes the call. So you're going to want to have your lid be a different wood than your box, and your box being a different wood from your lid. And if you're going to do a two-tone, then you're going to want one style of wood for the lid, one style of wood for one side of the panel, one side for another. And these are the benefits of it. Is like I said, it's very easy to use. Anybody can pick it up, put it in their hands and start calling turkeys. If you listen and you pay attention and you try to mimic the turkey sounds that you hear in nature, that's where the playing and all this stuff is going to come in handy. Now, I do encourage you to go outside and do it away from your family and friends, because you will drive them crazy sitting here all day going until you learn how to do it. So go outside, give it a try, just get any box call. And if you like it, keep going. If you don't like it, change it out, try a different box call. Now I'll leave a link to this box call, or this set that the box call came into, down below. And in this series, we're also going to be touching on the slate call and the mouth call. So this is going to become a three-part series for you guys. If you did enjoy the information that I've given you so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I hope that you like and share us across all social media, and of course follow us across all social media platforms as Infantry Outdoors. And don't forget, guys, check out our website. We've got a lot of things up there, infantryoutdoors.com, our merch, our recommendations, upcoming projects, photo galleries, and so much more. So the box call, great tool, especially for a beginning turkey hunter. I like it a lot. Now, I've given you the pros. Now let's talk about the cons, okay? The cons, number one, I'm afraid that the screw, and if any of you turkey hunters or box callers out there, drop it in the comments below and let me know. This right here, I have a feeling one day it's not gonna stay. It's gonna break. That's gonna be the breaking point. Also, in transport, okay, number one, you kind of have to get a hair tie or a rubber band or something. This is another thing. So you're going to have to get one of these, a strap, when you transport it, right? But let me show you something else. Okay? Snug as a bug on a rug. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't making no noise. This sticks out. All right? This is a part that I think will get snagged on things, it'll get broken. While it is a great tool, while it has been around a long time, I'm just, you know, this part I think is the part that's going to break first. This is a snag point. Now another thing is, it is bulky. This is big. Even in my turkey vest that has a designated pocket, it's still, you know, this still sticks out. It's a bulky item. Those are pretty much the only cons I see. That, and you have to keep chalk with you, which, big deal, you carry a piece of chalk. But that's the only downers of a box call that I found. If you guys, again, have any information and you want to share it with us, drop it in the comments below. Please be respectful to everyone in the comment section. And if you have anything that you would like for us to demonstrate, do, research, or help you out with, write to us at infantryoutdoors.com. Any comments, questions, concerns, advertising, anything that can be sent to that email address, and we will respond to you pretty much immediately. So send us your information. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to get your ideas of what you'd like for us to do here on the program. But yeah, pros, cons, this is a box call. Real simple, real easy to use. If you want to get your kid into turkey hunting, get your kids into turkey calling, this might be a great way to get them started. And again, this is one in a three-part series that we're going to be covering. Next, we'll be covering the slate call, which is another style, friction style of box call. that we'll be checking out. And again, any comments, questions, concerns, please write to us or drop them in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please consider giving us a thumbs up on the video. It really does help YouTube promote our videos out to other people. As well as if you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do. Ring the bell so that you're notified each and every time we post, which is on Wednesdays, and every time we live stream, which is Fridays at 10 p.m. So with that said, guys, the box call. One of 3 that we're going to be talking about. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you got some information from it. And I hope someone out there benefits from it as much as I've benefited from all the research and homework that I've done working with a box call. Well, folks, I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are around the world. And I hope that this and all of my adventures here on Infantry Outdoors inspires you to get outdoors. Until we meet again, have an amazing day, everybody.